Welcome to Pavilion A in the Woolworth Tower Residences. I'm Stan Ponte with Sotheby's International Realty, and I'm so excited to welcome you to one of the most historic, well-known, and beloved buildings in the world. I'm going to walk you through one of our penthouse collection, Pavilion A. Over 6,700 square feet of indoor space and a duplex terrace over 2,700 square feet. You might even see it as Kendall's War Room, Season 3 of Succession. In addition to this extraordinary home, there's a suite of amenities shared by only the 32 residences of what feels like an intimate private club. A 50-foot saltwater lap pool with jacuzzi tub and sauna, changing room, billiard room. There's also individual wine storage, which comes with every apartment, and a beautiful wine tasting room. All of this is currently on the market for $23.355 million. I'm so excited that you're here today, and you're not going to be able to tell the difference between a backstage tour at Succession or a private tour of one of the most beautiful apartments in the world. Having just passed through the private residential lobby, we end up on this private landing with only 2 residences. And we're going to step in and see where Succession taped Season 3. Come with me and let's have a look. Just as we enter this beautiful apartment, we arrive in a formal dining room. And certainly in New York City, a formal dining room is a rare, rare thing. And not only is this dining room spacious, even grand, but it has this extraordinary view east over City Hall Park, the East River, and beyond. It's an absolutely spectacular space to entertain, hold a private meeting, or plot. One of the secrets of luxury real estate in New York is a great floor plan. And this floor plan is designed for ease of living, ease of entertaining, and also the ability to step in and out of rooms. So we've added these pocket doors onto what was the 5th bedroom. We've now set it up as an office, makes an amazing card room. It makes an even better room to sip cognac after a wonderful dinner party. You might remember this room as the dining room, where Greg opened that really, really expensive bottle of wine. We've repurposed it as an office, but that's okay. Offices and really, really good wine go together, right? As we continue on past the dining room, we land in the great room. Now, as a New York City real estate broker, I use this phrase a lot, but rarely do I really mean it. This room is great. We have 22-foot ceilings, skylights, a baby grand piano, and even a balcony. This is an extraordinary space spanning over 52 feet in length. One of the unique and sort of sexy aspects of this downtown loft meets penthouse is this great spiral staircase. It's really an architectural feature of the room, but also a dramatic way to make an entrance. What a room to throw a party in. Currently staged as a Zen meditation room, this space has been the perfect place during parties to put musicians, a great DJ, or just a place to sit, relax, and enjoy the fact that you live in one of the most famous apartments in the world. We've had parties here for over 300 people, and I'm sure, with a little sneak peek behind the scenes, we'll meet a few great characters in this room as well. In this room, you notice one of the really quality touches of the construction. 4-inch wide, solid white oak floors, done in a herringbone style with a straight board at the edge of each room. Class, elegance, and a sense of success. Even the most famous brands want to be a part of it. Have a look at this extraordinary Baccarat chandelier. And for those of you who want to be in the know, if you want to tell if it's a Baccarat chandelier, look for the one red Baccarat crystal. If it's there, it's Baccarat. Stepping just to the right off of the great room into this true chef's kitchen. All of the cabinetry is custom Dada by the Multaney Group. The hardware is by Dornbracht. This beautiful island is all Calicata Chaldea Italian marble. We even flew to the mountain in Italy to source it. Every home at the Woolworth Building has this touch of history. But with every modern appliance, 2 Miele dishwashers, Sub-Zero refrigerator and freezer, and even this extraordinary skylight, which offers you a view of the Woolworth Building herself. And just to my left, a wine cooler within the apartment, in addition to a wine cellar where every single residence in the Woolworth Tower has 160 bottles worth of storage, an amenity you rarely see. One of the historic details that catches everyone's eye is this beautiful WW transom. This was right above the elevator banks throughout the building, and every lucky owner here has one in their kitchen. It's just that little bit of history, a reminder that where you live is important, beautiful, and valued. True luxury living is the perfect combination of grand and intimate spaces. So just off of the great room, we come into this media room. The ceilings come down a bit. There's a couple less windows. You've got privacy, and you've got a sense of really being home. What you won't have a sense of is what was actually here before. This set of stairs actually went to the roof. The entire bedroom wing that we're about to walk into is brand new construction. It didn't exist before. And this is a great moment to point out the extraordinary work of Thierry W. Despont, the interior architect and designer. In fact, previously, he did the Statue of Liberty. Statue of Liberty, Woolworth Tower, Succession. We're in the right place. Just up the steps, we experience this extraordinary bedroom wing. In fact, this kind of layout is more commonly found in a mansion than it is in a New York City penthouse. Nonetheless, we now find 2 bedrooms with ensuite baths, light flooded by skylights, and a primary suite designed for comfort and a perfect way to start the day, with 2 doors out onto the terrace. Make a cup of coffee in the morning kitchen, step outside, relax for a minute before entering this sumptuous primary bath with steam shower, 2 sinks, and all of this beautiful nickel hardware. Even the doorknobs are solid nickel by Nans. Gorgeous, refined, and elegant. Each of these bedrooms actually has access to the duplex terrace. We're in the Woolworth Tower. In 1913, when it was completed, it was the tallest building in the world. Steel wrapped in terracotta by the genius architect Cass Gilbert, all at the bidding of Frank W. Woolworth. At the time, if not the wealthiest, one of the wealthiest men in the world, making his fortune off of the 5 and dimes that made him a millionaire, a billionaire, richer than anyone on Succession. Of course, originally built as an office building, it was Alchemy Properties, one of New York's preeminent developers who had the vision to purchase the 29th through the 58th floors and essentially build within the steel exoskeletal frame a brand new luxury condominium. Back to some of those of you that like to geek out about architecture. At the time in 1913, steel had to be fireproofed with terracotta tiles and cement. When Alchemy Properties came in, they took all of that fireproofing off of the steel, used modern fireproofing methods, and built from the outside in. So everything we're touching, everything I'm showing you here today is brand new within a National Historic Monument. So many of the owners of these residences at the Woolworth Tower love the details, the historic moments, that beautiful WW transom over every single stove in the building. And the lobby, you walk in and look up, and there are these beautiful multicolored terracotta tiles. We found those during the restoration on the 40th floor, which was Frank Woolworth's private boudoir floor. They were carefully taken down, and if you can believe this, they were cleaned with baby shampoo and seaweed, and then carefully stored until the building was brought back to its current glory. With no detail overlooked, even the elevator doors are exact replicas of the beautiful work done by Tiffany & Company Metalworks. It's such great fun to think about this pool because it was Frank Woolworth's private pool. In fact, there's stories of Frank himself getting in his own private elevator in a white robe and heading downstairs for a swim. That is, until he realized that he could have one of the only office buildings in the world with a pool shared by the tenants, which increased the rent. Frank Woolworth knew how to make a nickel or a dime. One of the most sought-after assets in New York City real estate is a terrace. And this terrace is one of the most beautiful in the world. On 2 levels, over 2,700 square feet, and completely reimagined. Have a look around us. These terracotta tiles are brand new, but made to look like the original. This copper tracery, also brand new and taken from the inspiration of the building. One last thing, I have never, on any continent in any city in the world, seen windows on a terrace. So you're safe, you're sound, and you have the view of New York City. One of the challenges of converting a national historic landmark is that you've got to stick to the rules. In fact, I was so proud to stand at that very piano about a year ago when Alchemy Properties received the prestigious Historic District Council Award for taking special care of this beloved landmark. And then, on a beautiful New York City evening, step up to the upper terrace. Dinner for, I don't know, about 200 of your closest friends with views of the entire city, the World Trade Center, uptown, midtown. We can see everything from here, and the sunsets are romantic and spectacular. I want to thank you so much for joining me here today at the Woolworth Tower Residences. I think you know by now why the most popular television series in the world decided to tape season 3 here. Succession was great fun, but the future is even more fun, with over 6,700 square feet of interior space and over 2,700 square feet of duplex terrace. And all of that is currently on the market for $23.355 million.